Happy Thursday, everybody. I almost said Friday. So I guess you can tell where my mind's going. Let's see who's in here. Hello, that one Ginger. Hello, Brett from Houston. X Genesis. Am I early? Nope, never too early. Helen, I'm here with bells on. Hello, lovely chatters. Exactly. Hello, Aggie. Hello, Dawn from the UK. Hey, Melissa. Hello, Juicy. Good morning, what big eyes? Hey, just me? It was like I was just talking to you, huh? Hello, Alice. What's up, my friend? Dara Lee, hi. Ruby Slippers, good morning. Hello, Clark. Betty, hi, girl. Nubian UK, how's it going? Let's see. Hello, Holly. Dodging bullets. How we doing, everybody? I hope I didn't miss anybody. I'm scrolling. So if I miss you, don't take it personally. Shannon, what's up? Hey, Todd. Hey, Deb. This one says, is my name all squares? LOL. Yeah, so we'll just call you Square. Radio Gaga. Hi, girl. Hey, Tamara. Disney Connie. Hey, Crime and Justice. BC Survivor. Kate. Sandra. Hi. Hello. I think I saw Christy in here too. Saw Shannon. Hi, Blue Willow. I see some new names. So take a minute to hit that subscribe button and get notified. Yeah, I wasn't actually going to touch this today with the 10-foot pole, but I see a lot of confusion going around. So I think that, us as friends can sort it out. Hi, Tanya. Yep, exactly, just me. Don't forget that thumbs up. Well, let's see what our favorite squirrel hunter's doing this morning. He was all fired up today. Hello, Kevin.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Brooks. How does the level of my voice sound?
You sound like a radio DJ.
Huh. Well, I'm too old to feel like one. But anyway, yeah.
So how was your night last night? What do you do on Wednesday nights?
Last night, let's see. I worked I was farming. I had farm chores to do.
Farm chores, okay.
Huh?
Farm chores, okay.
Yeah, and then I listened to that clip from News Nation.
Yep, you sent that to me. That's a very good clip.
Yep, and then I had it recorded. I watched Bering Sea Gold. I love Gold Rush. That's like my favorite show.
Really? I've never watched it.
Oh, it's awesome. But then I knew that we would have to talk about this bullshit today.
Oh, well, I'm letting people get settled in. People are saying hi to each other and everything like that. We have some new people in. So give them a second to hit that subscribe button, because I'm bad about reminding people to do it. The mods are great, but I forget.
Yeah, if everybody would just hit the sub button. I mean, I'm not here. I don't think Brooks is either for, just views, but it does help to hit the sub button for us. It doesn't cost.
Well, I mean, that way you get reminded. Because,
Exactly.
I'm really bad about reminding.
And if you don't like us, then just don't hit it and just go on about your business.
Well, that's not really the way I would have put it, Kevin, but okay.
I mean, you either like us or you don't,
Not everyone's cup of tea. That is for sure. I've been seeing a couple of the comments, and I'm like, good thing we're not running for office, huh?
Good. Yeah. I wouldn't want to be a damn whatever. But today is another chapter in the shit show.
Yep. And I want everyone's take on this.
Yep, me too.
I'm just going to go off of what I know.
Yeah, I want to hear what everyone's got to say about this.
Well, it is truly disturbing.
Yeah.
It is disgusting. All right, so I'll just go off my side of it. I started hearing yesterday that there was people at a pond near Don and Candace's, and that human remains had been seen, and they were searching the pond. Now, I should have stopped right then and been like, why are you searching the pond if you already have the human remains? But everyday shenanigans, you're my cup of tea. You're my cup of tea too, my friend.
Hello, Queen.
Hello. So I was like, I didn't even think about it because I was like, oh my God, because I'm thinking, my heart's pounding, my chest is getting tight. And I'm like, we knew this day was going to come. We knew it was going to come. I start checking WJHL. Nothing. Okay, so I started asking a few people. There's some locals that are like, no. Now, I did hear something about on the scanner. They did say they were searching a pond. Never heard that it had anything to do with summer. So as this rumor, which from what I was told, and like I said, guys, I believe everything I hear on the internet, that this was an anonymous post made in a Facebook group. Well, the admin damn sure knows who made the post. So I'm wondering what the person said, where they got the information, who fed it to them, or, whatever. Okay. Preface this, I think a day before, Cher had put something up, and it was a recording of Robin talking about the pastor of their church. Don flipped his lid, called her, and the Clark Gable moves, he makes, basically just ripped her up one side and down the other. But for some reason, Candace is being super cool with her. So I don't know if these two concocted this story. I think Candace is really liking that people are insinuating that there's a third party involved. So she knows something, but's not guilty. You know what I mean? I want to know, these people were so grossly offended that people were selling t-shirts with Summer's picture on it, which went to her reward fund, or however that worked out. I don't know. I didn't get into it. But they weren't pissed AF that a rumor was going around that human remains were found basically just across the street from them. Wouldn't that, you're a grieving parent, you're looking for your daughter, you're crazy upset, but you're okay with this rumor floating around? From what I gather, Candace went along with it. She even said, yeah, the police were here. We're fine. Yeah, they were here.
Well,
like Cindy, hang on, just like what Cindy said. It broke my heart, sat down and cried, and then found out it was a lie. Oh, I was so upset.
Yeah. Look at my avatar, okay?
Is that Candace praying in her Mom Patrol shirt?
Yeah. Okay, folks. Take a look at that picture and then compare it to the real Candace. Do you believe that picture? That picture's a bunch of bullshit. That lady wears a Mom Patrol shirt, all these people praying around her, and she pulls a stunt like this. And, she may not have started it, but she went along with it. And it's her child that's missing.
Mm-hmm.
This is absolutely ridiculous. And she is flipping freaking crazy. I would be so pissed off if somebody made a rumor up about my daughter that was abducted. And she goes along with it. And I'm sure they were drinking, same old Candace. Woohoo, fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
It's just total bullshit.
Oh, but she was super duper nice to Cher. Okay, word to the wise, anytime Candace is really nice to you, something's up. Candace is not a charming lady, if you know what I mean. All right, so Cher, like her or hate her, I don't care. This isn't about Cher. People were going crazy blaming her. She did not make this up. Me and Cher are not friends. I don't think we've ever even messaged each other. But you shouldn't just go and throw someone under the bus that had nothing to do with this. It was a scam. It was a scam. We're kind of back to, you know, just like when he called and was flipping out about the recording of Robin. Well, that's a Tuesday night. Okay. No, I don't think Cher was a part of it either. And I don't care who's friends with who believes who. That's nuts. She didn't make this up. So, I lost my train of thought. Dang it. That happens all the time. But anyway, when Candace is nice to you, buyer beware. Something's going on. They even contacted that Prayer Gardens of America lady they hate so bad, and she was whining and crying to her. It takes me back to a Tuesday night couple months ago where everybody thought old Donnie was, got his ass beat in the yard and was on his way to Boston. Well, it didn't take too long to figure that out because we started listening to the phone call and all we heard was, Mary, there's Donnie. And there's Mary being so sweet, so understanding with her. And the next day they were like, it's raining today, just a typical Wednesday, and we're working in the yard. Because I was like, what are you, chickens? Why are you outside when it's raining? What are you doing outside? It's raining.
In my opinion, this just goes to show you again how cocky these parents are acting about their daughter. It's like they're just playing. It's unbelievable. They're just playing this cocky ass sick game. I don't, think about it. If it was your child that was abducted and this was a rumor, how could you go along with it? I would be so upset that people were lying about my daughter being found in a freaking pond.
Oh, me too. That's what I'm saying. I would have been biting nails. They were offended when they were using her picture for a T-shirt. They were offended by the helicopters over their house because they couldn't get their sleep. But this didn't faze them, did it?
No. She played right along with this sick joke. So that goes to show you what kind of people they are. Seriously. These people are messed up. They will never get them boys back, first of all. Second of all, they don't deserve kids, in my opinion, for the rest. They should have never had them ever.
Mm-hmm. Dawn is getting more and more vile. We got blessed with the N-bomb earlier this week. He is getting more and more vile. Why? You were just told by Dr. Phil that you're clean as snow. But this is where we're at. This is the days of our wells, everybody. The days of our wells. It does not matter. Yeah. Because they're not going to tell the truth. They have no moral compass. They're not looking for that baby. And we got the proof yesterday. If someone tells two parents that have been looking for a baby girl for 5 months that there's possible remains across the street, they would have been losing their mind. Not like, yeah, we're fine. The police are here. I don't know what they got going on over there.
Well, let's do from now on. I'll tell you something right now. We are not going to hear anything about Finding Summer or anything until these people are already arrested. That unless there's a leak in the media. But think about this. There's no way that I think if this would have been such a credible tip and there was human remains in the pond, I think Don and Candace would have already been in jail before. So I am not believing shit until law enforcement comes out and says it.
And that's where we're at. That's why I was saying yesterday, because YouTube lit the hell up. Breaking news, human remains, one thing after another. People were messaging me, private message me. How come you're not live? How come you're not live? And I'm like, I'm waiting on WJHL.
Yeah, no shit.
Because I'm not going to say, oh, they're all lying. They're all lying, because I'm not that bad of a person. But I'm like, I'm just going to wait for the news to confirm it. I mean, that was it. Yeah, I kind of got some flack for that. But I was just like, no, I'm just not going to, because it's going to be another, they got Donnie. They got Donnie.
Well, see, the thing of it is about yesterday is it could have been true and it would have fit a scenario. I mean, it was very plausible if that was true. But it just goes to show you, we are not going to find the answers to Summer until they're already arrested. You know why? Because they know the answers. They know where Summer is. They know what happened to her. So until their ass is cracked, ain't nobody going to know.
And there was one creator, a good friend of mine, who's also a mod in here. We've been in groups together for years. Sometimes we see eye to eye. Hell, I think one time she had me blocked because we were fighting so much. She was treated terribly by this woman when all she asked was, what is the source of this information?
Right.
How can you not answer that? How can you flip out on someone and go, this is now breaking news? Breaking news is going to come from WJHL. The TBI is going to say, we have a press conference scheduled for 4:00. And no, I'm not putting anybody down. I'm just letting everybody in here know. But that's the reason we did not jump on. We did not jump on. If there's human remains near the Wells house, it's going to be on the news, you know?
Yep.
Hang on. What day, guys? We got a bunch of people backstage. This is going to be a good, hang on. I got a private chat too. Oh, that's Everyday Shenanigans. Oh, she's backstage too. So here we go. I'm going to put What Day Guys up real quick. She had some stuff to tell us, and then we're going to hear from our friend Angela. Hang on. Hello, my friend. What a gut-wrenching day.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Good morning. I started researching stuff, and they said it came from Facebook, but I went back and I listened to the initial thing on the shares. She said that she had gotten a text from a bounty hunter who was always right on the mark, and she went with it. And then she tried to call Dawn and Candace, and they didn't answer, which they probably did it on purpose so she would think all this mess was true. Then she calls Hawkins County and asks them if they were searching the area, and they said they couldn't confirm that. But then she asked them, were Dawn or Candace Wells arrested? They said no, they could confirm that. So there you have it. Plus, I was checking about the water. There's no pond of any kind where they said they were searching with divers. So it's the biggest hoax, and I think that Dawn and Candace are behind it.
Oh, yeah. And it's a sick hoax. Why? You're so bored on a Wednesday afternoon? You're so bored on a Wednesday afternoon, you come up with this?
I know, it was terrible.
That's exactly, Brooks. That is exactly why I wanted to look at Google Earth. Thank you, Big Eyes.
Yeah, and that creek.
Fucking pond.
That creek that was full
right
whenever Summer went missing, it's dry right now.
Yeah, there's no big ass pond out there.
And the ponds that are around that area, not on the property across from Ben Hill, 110 Ben Hill, the ponds around there are shallow ponds. A diver couldn't even dive, okay?
Right.
He might wade, but not dive.
This is just another chapter in this sickening shit show. Let's slap Don and Candace. You just slapped your daughter in the face again.
Yeah, and then Don was talking to another creator, and he was slinging the N word right and left so bad the guy, he had to edit everything out and put the video on private till he got it done. I mean, it was terrible. I don't know what kind of liquor they got into, but it was ugly.
And I see a few things in chat. I'm not talking about anybody that went live about it yesterday. I'm just saying I waited because we've been down this road with them before. So I'm not throwing any shade at any creator. Just a few of you asked me why I wasn't live. I didn't have time to reply to everybody. I'm just saying that's why now. I wanted some kind of confirmation. I believed it. I was very sad about it. I kept thinking to myself, we knew this day was going to come. I remember I was saying that to What Big Guys. We knew this was going to happen.
Yeah, I was sick to my stomach.
I was too. Let's talk to our friend Everyday Shenanigans. What'd you think about this yesterday? And then I'll put the other people up. Oh, yeah, Dylan, you're still back there.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
That was a very sad and scary day.
Well, I went live yesterday and people were talking about it during the live, so I didn't know what they were talking about as usual. I don't keep up with everything. But I would like to address one thing that you have said in the chat is that bring me a source.
Mm-hmm.
I don't jump on everything. I tell people that all the time. I don't jump on every train that comes by.
No.
Because in the end, most of the information that you have gotten pertaining to this story is from Don and Candy. So therefore, bring me a source about a hoax or whatever you're talking about, and then I'll verify and then I'll discuss it. But I don't ever just go live because somebody said something. People say different things in the chat every day. Everybody's entitled to his or her own opinion about stuff. But Queen does not just jump on a live because of something that was said. If I don't hear it from the news, I'm not going live about it as if it is the truth.
And if that's how they run their platform, that's fine. I'm just explaining everything here. It's like you said, we don't jump on every train. If we jumped on every train, we'd be a hobo with a plastic jug of R&R whiskey right now.
Yes. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of trains to jump on. I've heard everything from Candace is pregnant to human remains yesterday.
Yes. So since that, and another thing I'd like to say is that I don't understand why some of you would even approach a creator and tell them why they should be live about a subject matter. If you choose to believe that, that is your prerogative. But to me, it's offensive to even tell someone that they should go live or they should be talking about something when if maybe they didn't even hear what it was, whether it's the truth or not. You understand what I'm saying? And see, a lot of people get their panties all in a bunch on stuff that they're hearing, and they expect a person to go live and talk about it. Well, first, let me confirm it.
That's all I said. That's all I said. And I know it was, it was irritating a few people, and nobody was disrespectful. They were like, I don't know why you're not talking about this right now.
But it's baffling to me. Why do you keep believing stuff every time you hear stuff? That's what I don't understand. You're 5 months into a story without a person visible, and yet you will believe anything that is said. I don't get it.
It's really hard when it's Dawn and Candace talking to believe it. The only reason that yesterday shook me up so much is because someday we are going to get the news that someone has come across this little baby girl. We are.
Okay.
So I didn't think it was out of the realm of possibility. I was just waiting to get
for confirmation. Yes.
From
that's what you're supposed to do.
Ronnie Lawson, TBI, WJHL, something like that, But here we have adults playing stupid games with the murder of a 5-year-old child and getting shits and giggles on a Wednesday for nothing.
Well, Maya Angelou once said, that when people show you who they are, believe them.
Yes.
Believe them. So that's my message to everybody in the chats. That when people show you who they are, believe them. So I want you to rehash to me what allegedly took place yesterday, because I don't know what happened yesterday.
Well, I was late to the game, my friend. I don't sit at the cool kids table. From what I understand, I just started getting messages that human remains were found and that they were near the Wells house.
Okay.
I messaged Kevin. I think I was on the phone with what big guys at the time. I don't know. It's kind of a fog for me right now. I was like, whoa, what?
No, we were all in Discord.
Oh, we were in Discord. Okay. That there was, Candace had said that 7 detectives were at her house to let them know or something like that.
Wait. Stop right there.
Yeah, she counted them, 7 detectives.
Mm-hmm.
So Candy went where and told this information?
That's what I want to know. Everyone keeps blaming Cher.
She didn't make this up.
She didn't make this up. It's clear she did.
Listen,
but just tell me, where is the first place that it was said?
It was in a Facebook group. Supposedly it was, I'm not in this group. It was an anonymous post. Well, the admin knows who posted it. So I'm wondering where this person got their information. And let's say this person just made up a bullshit lie just to stir up trouble in a group. It's happened. It's happened.
Exactly.
Why did Candace go along with it?
Yeah, why did Candace roll with it? You know, look at my avatar. She's a crazy. Look at her. She looks.
So you're telling me that Candy. So do you have confirmation that Candy actually said what she said?
I believe some screenshots are floating around. You know. Okay, hang on. I got an email. It was all planned again. Listen to this. Okay.
All I'm saying is, you got a daughter that's missing, and you go along with this. That shit's sick.
No, I think they orchestrated all of this.
So
that's it. I don't know why they would.
Well,
wait. No, you didn't say that. Come again.
I said I don't know why they would.
Yes, you do.
Because it's not going to take the heat off of them. It turns the fire
Yes, you
on
do, Mr. Brooks. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I know why they did it.
It's all about them. This has never been about Summer. It's why I keep telling people that's why she's missing anyway. It was never about her because she was never important.
Exactly.
Well, I think it was because there was a recorded message from Robin to Cher, and she said something about the minister at their church being touchy-feely, but he was a really, knew the faith better than she did to speak on it and all this stuff.
And let's say that's true. Why would she do that?
And then, well, she played that, and then Don got mad, and they called, and there was a big deal. So that was the start of it. So I think they set out to set Cher up to look like a fool by starting this other thing. That's what I think. But
Robin knows better. You are the
Robin does know better. Robin does know better.
Why would you do that? And then you go to this church. It's not like you left the church and decide you want to start telling things and giving up tea about the church. You had no business telling that, because people run with anything that's said in a storyline. Now, that to me is bottom feeding what she just did. If she did that, let me say that first. If she said that.
Well, I heard the voice message. It's she did say that, but the way it was put was it could have been taken either way. Okay, and but yeah, she did say that.
But you're insinuating that possibly he did it, because that's what people are going to think. That's what you mean.
Exactly.
That's why you don't put that out there. I'm going to tell you something. When all this was jumping off, there were a few people who would be in the chat and they would say they didn't trust Robin. And I didn't know if it's just because people were just being mean-spirited. You understand? Because I would never talk about the lady.
Right.
It takes me a while before I start saying negative things about a person because I don't like just talking about anybody in a story to put them as the culprit. But listening to this comment, if it's true, it makes me wonder, who is she and what is she about?
Exactly.
Because she
Well,
started
there's
coming out
a lot
saying
of
things, and
people
then
that
she talked to
should
the
just be giving their information to the authorities,
authorities.
going
Yes,
home, living their life, and praying
yes,
to find this child and
yes,
staying the hell off the computer.
yes.
It's
Well, I knew something was up with
ridiculous.
her when she talked to
These
that John
two,
P. guy, whoever
these
he was.
two were on Dr. Phil last week is when it premiered.
Mhm,
Online bullies, social media, we're the target.
mhm,
And they
mhm,
make up a story yesterday saying
mhm,
human remains were found at their neighbor's pond. And as what big guy said, there's nothing to dive.
mhm.
You know what made the story really catchy is when somebody, whoever said all this, that there were 7 detectives there. You
Uh-huh.
know, that was like, well, maybe this could.
Like
And
confirmation.
Candace,
Mhm,
yeah, she went
Hmm.
along with. They went along. They went along with all this, and to
mhm,
me, that is absolutely, you know, they should never have kids the way they act. They,
mhm,
this is ridiculous, folks.
mhm.
Listen to this from Dodging Bullets. 7 detectives for the 7 alibis. No coinky dink there, huh?
Y'all
Yep.
crazy.
Oh, there
Hung
you
No
on
go.
that
coinky
number.
dink there.
Hung on that number 7.
It should
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
be. It
Well,
should
well,
be
let me,
6, 6, 6, 6, because that's where they're going to end up with split hoof. So,
well, I
you
think our
know,
Robin thing wants attention as well because I never trusted her once she talked to that other YouTuber that's
Mm-hmm.
here from East Tennessee. You all know who I'm talking about. When she
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
went and talked to him, that's when I knew then that she wasn't in favor of Candy and Don. And I felt like I knew it was only a matter of time that somebody close to them would start telling things and talking. And I think she's just uh, like everybody else, she's wanting attention as well. So that's why I tell people you don't know people. But uh, on to the NIGGA. Well, who's the NIGGA now? Who are we speaking of?
It was Dawn talking to a creator who's uh-oh, they're bombing Brooks. Uh
What do you mean?
It's the British. They're coming.
look out. No, it was
Ooh, I gotta shut my door. It's airplanes.
you know what, guys? Hey, listen, I just thought of something. Look at all the shit that these parents are doing, all
Yes.
the energy they're spending. Now, let
Oh, yes,
into all this.
exactly.
And you know what? They haven't even began or anything to plead or look for their daughter. And they're
Yeah.
playing games like
That's
this
why you know
makes me
there's something
absolutely
wrong with
sick.
them, and there's something they are complicit because this isn't typical behavior of people who have a missing child. You
You're
would not act this way. You wouldn't be
nope.
participating in the nonsense. You wouldn't be on social media talking to random people in your messenger. You would know better.
Yep.
exactly. They're
So
Know
they're
this
better.
just
tells
not.
you the
Yeah,
abduction is bullshit.
they just don't act like grieving parents. Come on.
No. And we're gonna go one by one on the panel. I have a question.
Okay.
Your child is truly missing, abducted. You have no idea where they could be. Would you invite strangers into your life with 3 other minor children? We know no security, or buckle down and just wait on the authorities and deal with the media when you can do it? Or would you honestly talk to strangers? The internet is dangerous.
It's very dangerous. Yes.
So, what do you think, Kevin? What would you do?
What in this situation? If I was Don and Candace, I don't understand your question.
Would you be talking to people on the internet?
If my
Kevin.
listen, even if I was guilty and I killed my daughter or what something terrible, I wouldn't be acting like this. I'd be playing the game. You know, I would act. This is absolutely what they're doing is so sick. Think about it. They got a daughter that is gone. Okay. And they have the time and the energy to do this kind of shit, but yet they can't hand out a flyer or anything. Right now, this tells me 100% this is not an abduction. Do not believe that. It's not. They wouldn't be acting like this. Mm-mm. They'd be looking for their damn daughter.
Mhm.
I guess. I don't know. They're shitty people. They always have been. They always will be, in my opinion.
Oh, I wonder if Brooks has got trouble again with her StreamYard.
No,
Yeah.
I was waiting on Kevin to finish. No,
Oh.
actually, there's no like help desk ticket or anything. You can chat with them live, and they basically said it's better to have like a hard wire. They said the computer's fine, the Wi-Fi speed is fine, but they said it works better if you like plug it in directly to your wall.
Mhm.
They
Okay.
said, or get as close to your router as possible.
All I can say is
There you
never
go.
in my life would I even act like this, even on my drunkest day. You know, make up some cockamamie story about my daughter being found dead. That is sick.
It wasn't even dead. Remains.
Yeah, that is
Remains.
sick.
Mhm.
It's like the abductor took Summer and she was gasping for breath.
Stop it,
These
please.
people are sickening.
Mm-hmm. So, what big eyes? Would you just let the authorities handle it, or would you be taking every friend request from every Tom, Dick, and Harry around the world?
No, I would let the authorities handle it, and I'd also like when the TBI was there, the parents could have been there. I would have been there to plead for my child, to
Mhm.
try and soften up the ones that kidnapped her, make them feel bad, and give the baby back.
Exactly.
You know, it's just common sense. But this is like the most twisted thing I've
It is.
ever seen
Yes, it's
parents
very.
do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm finished. You can.
It's scary.
No, I get it. You would be for one. You would just any chance you got in front of the media. Because let's face it, the abductor's not going to be in a private Facebook group.
Right.
They'll be watching the news.
Exactly.
They're not going to be listening to me going, "Don't forget to subscribe and like the channel."
Brooks, please. It's too early.
Girl, we like to wake
It's
you
too
up.
early for this.
No, they're going to be watching the news. So yeah, you'd be pleading, try to tug at what little bit of humanity they have. But the people that don't have the humanity are,
Yes.
like I said, these people that are playing stupid games with a missing 5-year-old. What would you do, everyday shenanigans? I mean, we can't wrap our mind around if our child was missing.
Well, first I would plead with the abductors to bring my child back. You're supposed to make the child appear human to the abductor so he or she will feel remorseful to return the child. That's first and foremost. And yes, I would stay in the know with the media, and I would not be accepting friend requests. I mean, it could be a natural thing because you want people to, identify with you and you don't want to seem mean, but you have to be careful with people going in inboxes. I think anybody that stays on social media and follow these type of stories, they would know better.
Mhm.
That it's very dangerous accepting friend requests and talking to random strangers via a message system. It's very dangerous. You don't know who you're talking to.
You're right.
You can go on for days messaging people, just like what we do here. You've never seen the person. You don't know what they look like.
Right.
But you're talking, going back and forth. Then you start revealing private things that you shouldn't be discussing. Now
I
you
know what
reveal
Don and
private things
Candace
to a
look-
complete stranger.
I know what Don and Candace look like.
You don't do
A
that.
piece of shit.
I can't. Oh my God.
How much coffee have you guys had this morning?
I've had none. I was waiting for you to come out. I'm gonna wait a minute.
This is your cup, my friend. This is your cup.
Queen,
Yes, this
you
is
need
it.
to wake
This
up,
is my
get on
cup
a
of tea,
roll, girl, and
indeed,
start
and my cup of
preaching.
coffee.
Then what really got me going with this going on yesterday, I started kind of going back. We say on here all the time, go back to the basics, back to the
Yes.
beginning.
Back to the beginning.
Every time the TBI or Sheriff Lawson, because they were given almost every day an update.
Yeah,
He was adamant, search your own properties. Please get out and search your properties. Get out there and search your properties. They had their own teams further out. Search your properties. And I'm like, oh man, I didn't
So you think he's throwing them a hint? Do you think he's throwing them a hint in a subtle way, the public, that he's throwing a hint that perhaps that they have information that she's somewhere in the area? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, that was months ago. Every day he would tell people, search your property.
Yeah, no, but I'm asking you, do you think he was giving a hint?
Oh, absolutely. Okay. They don't think that she was too far.
I got a question. Was Jody Sue involved in this yesterday at all?
Oh,
no.
Kevin,
no.
Okay. Thank you, Big Eyes.
No.
Why you say that? What, Big Eyes? Why you say that? Because
I talked to her, and she was trying to put a quietus to it.
I'm dead, Freddie. I'm dead.
Yeah, because if she was, there was a theory that would have nailed home for me. I'm not even going to discuss it right now. I don't have time, but I'm glad.
We don't have time. What the hell do you have to do today?
What?
What, Big Eyes? How long have you been talking to her?
Oh, for months.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this.
You know, I started
since you brought the cat out, though. Let me ask you now. Do you believe what she said about the June 15th hearing her scream? Do you believe that?
She heard the scream. Her children heard it.
Okay, but I'm asking you. But I'm asking you. Do you believe?
I believe something. I've talked to her children. They wouldn't lie.
It's too early to drink.
Well, I'm telling you. The reason
I heard about the scream months ago before anyone knew her identity. And I didn't doubt it at all because I think there was a lot of commotion at that house. I don't think it would be uncommon to hear any hollering, a scream.
I do agree with that.
I don't think you would even think twice if there was something going on. I think it was a commonplace thing. But this is what happens when people start talking on the internet. They jump on YouTube or something. They're the best thing since sliced bread, and then after that they're torn down.
I guarantee you them kids have been screaming before when they're getting their asses whooped by the parents.
Well, what, Big Eyes, tell me the approximate location from Miss Jody's residence at the time to Hollerville, USA. What is the exact location? Is she across the street, around the corner, or down the road?
Across the street.
And she no longer lives there now, right?
No, she's been gone for 2 months. Over 2 months.
And that's another thing. Dr. Phil asked Candace on the show, and he looked her right in the eye. He leaned up on the edge of the chair, looking at her, peering at her, eagle-eyeing her. Is there anybody you know that's moved recently? I know several people. She's out there. Oh no, I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody. And I think those two, the hamster on the wheel, got going, and they're like, "Oh, we concocted this yesterday."
Jesus, okay.
Just like the other night, he's talking to Brian Enton. I think I'm saying his name right. And Don goes, "Well, I think Candace just chose the wrong friends."
He did her in when he did that, did he not? Did he not throw her under the bus?
Yeah, he did. He's slowly but surely doing it. And so then we concoct this, which basically is framing someone. Okay? Obviously, you have to produce, as they so nicely put it, remains. But you see what I'm saying? It's yet another person being blamed without actually saying their name. We could do a whole show. We could call it Blame Game Bingo. We'll have prizes and everything. The lies, who we've blamed.
So we have gone from an abductor, to a Tacoma, to a blue van, to now friends.
Yep. And don't forget the bikers, Hunter.
And the cartel. So, excuse me, please forgive me.
And also
the cartel.
don't forget also that Don said it was a long black limousine
Yeah,
with
yeah.
with black people in it.
Yep.
When he say that?
Oh, it's been a while back, but yeah, he said that.
Ain't
Yeah,
no
he
black
did.
folks back there, no damn limousine. What would they be back there for doing? What exactly?
Yeah, on a
Yeah,
dead
they
end
ain't in
street.
the hood.
Yeah, exactly.
What's he
I
doing?
mean, he has run the gamut.
Some
Everyone.
black
It's a
people.
wonder
Oh,
he hadn't
don't get
said
me crunk.
that the
Please do not
cowboys.
get me crunk.
I knew, Queen. You need to wake up and start preaching, girlfriend.
It's a wonder that he hadn't said a bunch of cowboys came in there on horses and took her.
Yeah, no
I mean, he
shit.
said everything else.
That'll be next. That'll be
Well-
next. Just like I put the thing on the screen. We have a lady in chat that says this is going to wind up being a Netflix series. It's so weird. They're going to see that, and next thing you know, it's going to be on Facebook. Dawn's like talking to
Let's
people
do
at
this.
Netflix.
But let's address this because this is something that was mentioned in a news story probably about a month or so ago. Why do you not have security? I find it very funny that I believe it was WJHL that reported a story that said, and there is no trespassing signs up or something. They were poking at him to let us know whatever you've been hearing, it's not true. They threw shade. So I'm going to say this. 5 months in, your child is missing, abducted allegedly. Your boys have been taken from you from the state. Why do you not have a security system from the start of that drive all the way up to the mount? Explain to me that.
Especially when you said his own words, I knew something someday was going to happen to her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that tells me what you think of your wife's maternal instincts and how she protects her children. I'll let Kevin take that one.
What do you want to know?
What a great mom Candace is.
A great mom.
I think he was telling on himself when he said that, quite frankly.
I think so
Let me
too.
tell
I
you.
think he has a lot of Freudian
I think
slips.
that was him saying, just covering it up with a little icing. Yeah, we got her gone, and we knew something was going to happen to her. That's just so obvious to me, my opinion.
Well, in the first interview, was talking about someone asked him about Rose disappearing, and he said, "Yeah, and they never found her either." Like he was already convinced that they'll never find Summer.
Mm-hmm.
How does
Well,
he
he was
know
telling
that?
on you. Well,
Exactly.
you do know that when people murder people and they start talking, some don't talk. Most of them are smart. They don't talk, period. They don't do interviews. They don't talk. Most people who've killed somebody and they're cocky and arrogant and narcissistic, such as this fella here, they are really spinning you what happened in a roundabout way. Haven't you figured it out? That's what's been going on here. They
Yep.
have been telling you what has happened to the child in a roundabout way with I knew this would happen to her. I knew she was abducted when I showed up. He's been telling you the story all along.
Yep.
He
Exactly.
just hasn't said what happened to her. That's the only thing that's missing from the story. They have not told you directly that how they got her gone and why.
That's a great point what you just said, because
Yes.
you go back to I say this every show, you go back to the very first interview with Don and Candace before social media really
Yes.
even knew who they were. You'll get all your answers. They
Yes,
talked
the
about
answers
that
were always
girl,
there.
Mhm.
She was out. Yes.
Yeah,
I put a comment on the screen. Does anybody else remember in the beginning? I love when you guys, you go back in the vault, the very back of the vault, and bring up things from the beginning.
I'm telling you.
Does anybody else remember in the beginning when Dawn slipped and said, I knew she'd get run over or something?
Yep, I believe
Yep.
that. Yep,
I
I
have to go back
remember
and see
that.
babe.
Yep, he did say that.
Yep.
Well, how does she get run over? Does she normally play in the road down there?
No, not according to them. She never leaves that hill. She
There
wouldn't.
ain't no traffic in
see what I'm saying?
Hollerville.
So that's what I'm saying. Do your children normally go all the way down the drive and play on a dangerous street? Because naturally people do speed on those back roads.
But
because
this
I
is
travel them
Hollerville.
often. So So what are you saying? Your children play in the street? What are you saying?
Well,
Can't get run over by a car when you're not in the street.
the thing of it is, it's not a busy street. It's freaking Hollerville. Okay. They ain't a bunch of cars coming down that damn dead end road.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is people will speed on those roads for that very reason of
Yeah.
like what you're saying. There's nobody
It's a
back
dead
there, so
end.
I would
It's
go
a
over
dead
the
end.
speed limit.
It's a dead
Oh,
end.
it's a dead end.
It's a dead
Okay,
end.
so what I'm saying is, isn't there a main street though off that road?
What?
You gotta have a
quite
main
ways
street.
away.
But I'm saying
Yeah,
you gotta
Summer-
go up a main street to get to their street is what I'm saying.
Ain't nobody ran over Summer.
It's just
I'm just trying to make sense
enough-
out of what he's saying.
Yeah, and that was months ago. But he
Well-
also said he was going to see her in the resurrection. Always knew something was going to happen to her. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What, Big Eyes?
Well, the thing is, you have children all the time getting backed over in their driveway.
Yes. True.
That's what I thought when I heard that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want to know, is somebody going to pave the driveway? Is there anybody that want to give donations to pave the damn thing?
I'd like to blow it up.
Since y'all like giving money, how about paving it? You worried about tile and the pantry? When I heard that, I almost fell down. The pantry. Is that what he said? The pantry? They're talking about the tile and the pantry, the Dr. Phil or somebody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who cares about the pantry?
Yeah.
How about some damn flyers for your missing daughter?
You
I
don't.
told myself.
They don't have much in their pantry
Jesus
anyway.
Christ,
They
you
never
make this
did.
stuff. But why do you care about the pantry? You need your main rooms paved with tile or carpeting.
They need a pantry so they can lock their alcohol and drugs up in it.
I can't. Kevin, please.
Mm-hmm.
These people just talk. This is why you know they're complicit. You won't stop talking and you say the stupidest things that make no sense.
It's like Angel said, like the basement being a playroom. No kid is going to play down in that
Oh
basement.
my God.
The Doug
And that railing and that stairway to hell. Are you kidding? I gotta get
that
off
ain't no
that.
damn bedroom. That's a freaking dungeon down there.
When I saw the railing, Lord have mercy.
I know.
I'm telling you, I was up late this morning
Mm-hmm.
and I was listening to my own live, and I'm telling you, I crack myself up when I'm reading the comments back from the chat and listening to myself is like my own comedy show. It's like, this is sick that we joke and laugh because it's like, it is about a 5-year-old, but the stuff that they're doing is as if we're not even talking about a missing kid.
I know. It's laughable.
It's
And
like we're
that's-
talking about some goofy neighbors down the street or across the hall from you, and you're talking with your buddies like, man, did you see what Pookie did yesterday?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ray.
child. Oh, man.
Yep. Exactly.
Well, we're not laughing at Summer being missing. We're not laughing at Summer. We're not laughing at what's happened to the boys. But
No.
if we don't keep it light, then it's really hard to deal with what's going on.
You know what
But you
pisses
know
me
what?
off? Today we wanted to go back to the beginning. Well, tomorrow we can or whatever. But no, we have to address this. Another chapter in this damn shit show.
Mhm.
That's all it is.
We
What
have
is
a new subscriber in here today from South Africa. Candace,
Oh,
we have worldwide eyes on this. I'm gonna say because of Dr. Phil. All right. I don't really.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're surfing on that wave now. Dr. Phil said we didn't do nothing. They've got people believing that they passed lie detector tests.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The only person that I have heard say they passed their lie detector test is Dawn.
mhm.
I have not heard it from law enforcement yet. Have you guys?
Well, okay. Here's the deal. Brian Enton said
Right.
Yeah,
that
he did.
yeah, that they had passed the lie detector test, but
That's what was so
the sheriff has never come out
Said it
and
to us,
said that.
public.
No.
There ain't no way, in my opinion, that Candace passed a freaking lie.
I can't believe that. pulling
Yeah.
off the wire and all that. When I watched that again the other night when I was live, and just her blubbering and pulling at the mic, and I said, "Man, ain't no way that lady passed no test. Ain't
I want to
no
go home.
way."
I just want to go
Oh,
home. I just want to go
uh-uh.
home.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have left home. You shouldn't have left home. We could have done a Zoom meeting with you. They would have understood my daughter's missing. I'm going to stay home. They were taking pictures of Spider-Man. She fell asleep on a bench outside the hotel.
Yeah, I saw
Guilty
that.
people
I
can
saw that
sleep.
picture yesterday.
Guilty people can sleep. They'd be pacing the floor day and night. It's not helping me.
Because she's devoid of emotion. She was raised a certain way by that lady, that grandest person, and she's been devoid of emotion, just like her husband.
Yep.
They both come from people who didn't pay them no mind, and they have those same wicked ways. They are empty vessels, and that's why we have a missing child and 3 boys in the state's care.
And Queen, let's not forget this, everybody. Also, look how deep molestation runs in both families.
Well, it usually does. It's passed on because it's a generational curse.
But on both sides?
Yeah.
Both
Yeah.
sides.
But see, they were troubled, but they were 2 troubled people who found each other. Don't you think about it? That 6 degrees of separation, man, that's real. You're talking about people from opposite places meeting each other, both coming from troubled existences, although one's older than the other one. And then they both have passed with not raising their children or children being taken from them. Then they get together, marry, allegedly make children, and now voila, each of those kids are gone. You can't make that up.
Now you're starting to wake up.
I think we should Google what are the odds of 2 people who've lost their children getting together and lose their children.
I don't have to. I can put their family picture up. I can put it up.
It was inevitable. Let's just keep it real. It was inevitable that these kids would have something terrible happen to them. Let's be truthful, because of their past with their other children. That's just really common sense.
Yeah, it's kind of like the accident waiting to happen.
Yes, it was. You already have bad history.
It's never be an accident. It's going to happen.
Yes, it's going to happen. Yes.
We've talked about it for months. You can't have 2 dysfunctional people like that get together, have more children, and think that somewhere in this tractor beam that brought these 2 together, that everything was going to turn out okay.
Well, Don said he always knew something was going to happen to Summer. You know why he said that, in my opinion? Because he married Candace and he knows how she is.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Evil.
Well, something did happen. So let's go there. What happened?
In my opinion, Summer was taken out of this world.
She was what, Kevin?
In my opinion, okay, everybody, this is my opinion. I'm not saying putting this on anybody else. This is my opinion. Summer is not alive and well, and she was taken out by one of the 3 people that were there that day, but I'm going to narrow it down to 2. There's 2 people that did something to Summer that she's no longer alive. That
so do you believe the grandmother? Do you believe the grandmother knows what happened, or she's also a party to it?
100%. If anything, all 3 of them know what happened to Summer. They know where she is. All 3 of them are guilty in one way or another. That's my opinion.
But you know how scary that is to know that you've been watching this circus go on for months with these people and all this crazy stuff on social media, YouTube, and to think that they're all walking around with the secret and holding it. That to me is just as disturbing as the act itself. That you're walking around perpetrating, using people, getting people to feel sorry for you, giving you money, donating, flying you out to LA, when you know what you did to your kid. And you're walking by people, talking by people, going to church. That's scary to me.
Queen, you asked me. Now I'm going to ask you. What do you think happened?
I just think she knocked her off.
Yep.
That's what I think.
Okay, thank you for answering
I
that.
thought that at the beginning. She knocked her off. She was in the way. I'm going to do a Cal City number. She was rambunctious. I'm tired of dealing with this kid. I don't want to be bothered anymore. It happens every day.
Think it
That's
was
why I keep telling
planned
you.
or out of rage?
Huh?
Do you think it was planned or out of a fit of rage? Because the day looks planned to me. And like I
Yeah, the
said,
day was planned.
we all agree
Yeah,
to disagree in here.
yeah.
No
I think
one
it
at
planned.
the
I
end
think
of
it was.
this is going to be right. Okay?
I think it was. I
Because
think it
when
was
law
planned.
enforcement comes out with it, it's
I think it was planned, and that's another thing that I wanted to mention too, is how long does it take to get the digital evidence back?
oh,
Because I
it could
guess it
take a
depends on how
long
long you've
time.
talked. It depends on how many people you've talked to, how many people have called you, I guess, checking their phone lines as well. Because naturally, if I'm going to be checking all the calls you've made and the messages that you've made and the apps you've been on talking, I'm also going to have to talk and check those people's apps and phone conversations and text messages.
Yeah, and also too, remember the different carriers for the digital stuff.
Uh-huh.
They have to get warrants for that. They have to, and sometimes it takes a couple of months
Wow.
for it to go through channels with those corporations. They don't
Okay.
give
Yeah.
it up easily,
Okay.
So
The-
I think it's now beginning to come back. But people were saying, well, it should be solved by now. Well, no, not when you're looking at all the stuff that they have to look at.
Listen, this is my opinion too. Everybody that's listening, I'm just going to say this to everyone: keep faith in the TBI. In my opinion, they
and the
are
FBI too,
taking their
because they're
time.
involved too, Kevin.
Yep.
The
They
big
are
boys are
taking
in it.
they're taking their time. This case, they are not. Oh my God, you had to show that.
Oh, let me see.
TBI is taking. Lord, I can't even talk now looking at that.
It's like a guy. It's like a guy sitting there. Jesus, well.
Damn. I mean, that woman right there could be a fullback for the Dallas Cowboys.
Is that a purse? Hey, is that a purse that I see on the other side of the bench? Or a travel bag?
Good Lord. It's probably their drugs.
Candace, I know you don't carry a pocketbook.
I wonder if she shaves her legs.
Oh, Kevin, please stop.
Man, I can't even.
I'll blow it up, Kevin. You can see.
Yeah, blow it up.
If I woke up next to that, I would chew my arm off not to wake her up to get away.
Who the hell just falls asleep in public like that? You're on the Dr. Phil show.
Yeah, no shit.
You're thousands of miles away from home. Your daughter's missing. You've got 3 boys in state foster care. I'm just going to sleep right here on public freaking property.
Because I'm on something. Because I'm on something. That's why I'm sleeping right here.
Yeah, you know what? Where's Don? Maybe Don took that photo to throw her under the bus again. Who took the photo? Why would you take a photo of your wife doing that?
The boogeyman, he's taking.
Think about that for a minute. He's throwing her under the bus again.
Well, I told you, separate them and see how quick you get the information. Just separate them.
Take that picture and post it. Who? Come on.
Let the detectives go in and say, Don said that you did this with the baby. Oh my goodness. Don't tell me the truth would not come out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you right now, man, that's throwing her under the bus
Either
again.
way.
But the thing of it is, where's Don? You know, he must be taking the picture or he's hanging out with Spider-Man getting stoned.
You know what? Please.
You know what?
Who was that she's sitting next to?
That's a statue.
Yeah,
I know it's a statue, but I'm saying a statue of what, baby?
I don't know.
You know what's creepy? You know
I bet
creepy?
you. Look, I bet you that statue whispered, Candy, you know you did something to that baby. Go and tell the truth.
You know what's creepy?
That's probably why she went to sleep. She was like, good night, good night.
You know what would be creepy? Take the statue away and put 2 gallons of milk next to her.
Please stop. Oh my God. Kevin,
No.
you're horrible.
No. I don't mean that to diss Summer. That
Milk me one.
That is so weird. I mean, that is absolutely disturbing, that picture.
Well, there's lots of things about this whole thing that are totally weird.
Disturbing. Yeah, the whole story is weird, and that's something else that I think people really don't think about. There's so many people that go missing in America, grown-ups and children. You have rarely heard this much BS pertaining to a missing persons case. That's why you know it's something afoul with the
Yep.
parents, because children go missing every day, and you don't hear this type of stuff.
Nope.
You don't hear this type of stuff.
I guarantee you, they are guilty one way or another. There is no way you will ever change. I'll go to my deathbed with that.
Well, let's do this, because a lot of people argue about this point here. Some think that law enforcement, Hawkins County, are not doing their job. Some people think TBI are not doing their job. They don't know anything. So let's weigh that. Do they know something or they don't?
They do. They know everything that we don't know too.
What about you, what the guys?
Yeah, they know. But it's just the matter of getting the stuff in, getting it analyzed. It's a lot more work than people think. It's a lot more involved process.
What about
Yeah,
you?
I heard they also, to get a lot of the ping, they also have to serve search warrants to get digital evidence back.
Yeah.
That takes, listen, this could take another 6 months. We don't
I hope
know.
not. That's a long time.
I'm just telling you though, okay, look at what we know. Think of what TBI knows.
Yes, exactly. You're
They
right.
have a
That's the truth.
strategy. And why did they I'm going to bring this up, man, it's going to start some shit. But why did they let Don out of jail with no bond or anything?
Yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all.
Well, the thing I liked about it is, what if Don talked to law enforcement? But anyway.
What do you mean?
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, we just got to play. Look at what if we're going to throw theories around. Here we go. What if Don, the way he walked out of jail, people are saying, he should have stayed in jail for a parole violation, right? Drinking. Why did they just let Don walk out of jail? Did Don talk to law enforcement about Candace? Did law enforcement ask Don to go back and get evidence on Candace? Why is Don all of a sudden throwing Candace under the bus?
Yeah.
Well,
you know how that's going to work. Wait, let me tell you how that's going to work. He might decide that he wants to, let's just say that's true. Let's just say hypothetical. He's going to get information because he doesn't know what happened.
Right.
In the end, Candace will spill the beans and say anything to try to get herself out of that situation, if hypothetically that's true. She will take him down with her and say he knew and he did this and that. Even if it wasn't true, she will reel him in.
But who gets the best plea bargain?
The first person that talks.
There you go.
Always. The first, as they say in the street, the first one that hollers.
Yep. There you go.
That's it.
That's just a theory. That's all I'm saying.
I got you.
I'm playing devil's advocate here. What if Don talked to Ellie already?
But imagine with all that's been said.
Hang on one second.
You go to court, nobody's going to believe you didn't know anything. With all the stuff that's played out on social media, anybody that's kept up with the case, there's going to be at least 5 people on the jury that knows what went on YouTube and Facebook. They would reel you in. They would still think that you're guilty. The husband, even if you got immunity, they'll still in their minds think you still had something to do with that little girl.
I'm just saying that's just a theory. I'm not right.
Well, it's a good theory. It's a good theory because at this point we don't know anything. So it's a good theory.
It's awful. Why did they? Okay, let's go here then, everybody. Why did they let Don just walk out? And
that's a very good question because I'm baffled.
Okay, so me and Brooks talked about this yesterday for 3 freaking hours. Listen, okay, now look at this. Listen,
3 fucking hours, yeah.
Huh?
Yep.
No, I didn't even realize I said that. But
Kevin.
let's look at this, okay, for a sec. If Don, either it's one of two things. They let Don out on his own personal recognizances because it was sloppy police. Now, listen to me, sloppy police work, or it's corrupt, maybe that Don has dirt on law. Okay, go there. Or this is a strategy by TBI. In my opinion, TBI is playing the cards. There's a reason, in my opinion, that Don was able just to walk out of jail. I don't know what that reason is, but I either have to accept the fact either it was sloppy police work and they just let him out and that's just the way it is, or it was strategy by TBI or something. I have my faith in TBI.
Well, when we get impatient, we need to remember, how long did it take for them to arrest Barry Morphew? It's digital evidence. They know how many times he opened and closed the door on his truck.
Yep. Exactly.
Wow. That's scary.
Chad Daybell, Lori Vallow.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they had them separated. So people keep saying if you separate them, they'll crumble. They had old girl in jail. They arrested her in Hawaii, extradited her to Idaho, and she still didn't say a damn thing. And that
but you got to remember,
February.
this one talks, but we got a walkie-talkie. Those two that they had a bond. You can see they had a thick bond.
And these two have a thick bond because no one has caved on each other. No one.
Yeah,
they both. That's a couple. That's a couple right there. That's a couple right there. Chad and Lori had dirt on each other. These two have dirt on each other.
Yeah, but the only difference
when you
is
sink the ship, you're both going down. We're talking about a murdered child.
But the only difference with Don is those two didn't talk publicly in social media. This one is a walkie-talkie.
Yep.
See what I'm saying? Don talked. Those other they didn't talk. This one talks, so he can't stop talking.
Yeah, he can't help it.
He would tell it if he knew he would not be able to get up out of jail. He would tell it. I'm telling you.
All I'm telling you is
I think they both would. I really do.
Don is running this show, folks. Okay, he is a narcissist and a gaslighter. He is got control over Candace. But wait a minute here. I'm not saying Candace is a poor innocent abused woman. They're both on the same level.
Okay, I got to address this in chat because it has crossed my mind too. Another reason they could have let Don out. Now, he did have to post bond for the DUI, but for the violation of probation, they let him leave on his own recognizance, okay?
Okay.
S. Hagen said, I believe that Don is revisiting Summer. What if they're watching Don to see if he's checking on where Summer is?
Exactly. So what is that?
I heard somebody mention in the chat. I think I heard Hagen mention that the other day.
Okay. So what does that come down to? That is a strategy by TBI. I believe that TBI knows exactly what they're doing and they're playing it brilliantly, in my opinion.
I have no doubt in my mind this is going to come to fruition. It's going to come to a head. It's going to get solved, and it's not going to be what any of us thought. Some will be close. Some will be close, but we followed cases for years, and no one's ever had it 100% pinned down. Sure, you throw a dart at the wall, and you're like, well, I think it's Dawn, or I think it's Candace. Okay, yeah, that's a gimme. But what really went down that day, we won't know till it comes out.
You're right. We will not know until they're already arrested. Period. When you see them arrested, they are going to have solid evidence on them, in my opinion. Maybe not.
Oh, yeah, they'll have solid evidence on them.
Oh, yeah. In my opinion. How well? Listen, if law enforcement really wants to find Summer, I would think they would play right along to get their answers, because a lot of people are saying, well, if you just threw them in jail, separate them, arrest them, you'll get your answers. Not necessarily. Don, if he's the guiltiest one, I don't see Don cracking all of a sudden at all. The weak link, in my opinion, is Candace. But
which is why he does all the talking. She did not come up with this rumor yesterday. Either someone made it up and she went along with it, or they went along with it. I don't know. Because the post was sent to me of what went up yesterday that caused all this.
All I know is by going along with it really shows you what kind of people they are. It is sick. This whole thing, man, every day is something different.
Well, we know she's an actress from that Mary incident with her calling her and saying that the feds had him, and that was not true. So there's no way after that we could ever believe anything that Candy has done, crying on the Dr. Phil show, when the Cornbread Mafia comments made. There's no way you could ever believe her. She is an actress as well. Despite how he's treated her, abused her, she's just as guilty to this storyline, because I always jog my memory back to that. If she can lie like that to that woman on the phone, and it was proven that it was a lie and he was not confiscated by law officials, then she would lie about her child. So that's what you always got to remember. If I catch you in one lie, there's no way I can believe the story you spun about your child missing. Because that's a big story that you spun, that the child was abducted. So you would go play on someone's telephone and say to somebody, the feds came and got him when they didn't. Why would you do that? So why would I believe anything you said about your child? That's a very pivotal point in the story, really, when she called Mary.
If it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's a duck, folks. And
that was when I said, okay, wait a minute.
Yeah.
This woman is putting on. So what has she done before? And what will she do in the future? There's absolutely no credibility.
And that's why people need to always go back to that incident with Mary. That's the straw that broke the camel's back. When you put on that show that evening, you told us who you are.
Yep.
Listen,
you and Don.
That comment you just put up was a good one, Brooks.
Yep.
Let me see.
Oh, it's already down. I have to go back and find it.
It said that now I can't remember exactly what it said. Sorry. But anyway, it made a lot of sense, and it's true. Do you remember what it was, Brooks?
Nope. Actually, I forgot too. I've been listening to everybody and I'm watching chat. I
know what it is. Don told Candace already she's going down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. And I know people.
Oh, yeah, that's a very good subject. That's a good subject right there. What do they talk about behind closed doors?
Well, we heard because he didn't realize his phone was on. And he was telling her, I've got 7 alibis. You don't even have one. Now, we know how husbands and wives talk back and forth. Okay. You're going to snap back at your husband. Screw you. What are you talking about? I'm going down. He goes, I know.
But was it a prank?
You know what? I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know why they would do a prank like that. Her admitting guilt.
Yeah, if they didn't know their phones were on, then I don't think it's a prank. I don't know. Man,
all of their pranks are dumb, but that would be the dumbest one ever.
Exactly.
Brett said, I would not be surprised if Dawn is wired by LE to record Candace.
There you go. Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't law? Listen, let's think about it.
Can you actually make a husband testify against their wife, wear a wire and all that stuff? Can you? That doesn't seem anywhere in the realm of possibility to me. And I've heard weird stuff. I hear weird stuff every day, not just this case, but others. That seems a little out there to me.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what.
Anything's possible.
I'm gonna Google it to find out, because I don't know if Don's wearing a wire, but if you let's just say you theorize and look at that statement and Don being an informant, the way this shit show's going, it's a theory and it is a possibility, and law enforcement can do any damn thing they want to do, basically.
Well, informant schmormant. I get so tired of hearing that. Every damn case where there's not an immediate arrest, people always assume there's corruption or someone's an informant.
Yeah, that's true.
You'd have to be handing over.
They say that a lot.
A huge ring. You know,
I don't like Ronnie. I mean, Ronnie Lawson is Ronnie Lawson. Okay, folks, you get what you see, but I do not believe that it's corrupt and that Don knows all about it and law enforcement's corrupt, so nothing's ever going to happen. No,
well, they got all eyes on them if they are corrupt. Let's say that.
Well, they put up special towers to communicate with each other. They involved other states, the FBI, the TBI. If you want to be corrupt, we would have never heard about this. They would have covered it up June 15th.
Yeah, and also we didn't even know it till a few days ago that the FBI out of Knoxville is involved too now.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that in the article. Yes.
Now,
so we got a bunch of head honchos on board.
We have a lot of people in chat saying they're not really married. I've seen their marriage license.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Because some of us never saw it. We had never seen it. So.
Are they married? What they guys?
Well, I could never find it. But I mean, if you've seen it, then you know.
Well, what state is it in, Brooks? What state is it in?
In Tennessee.
What state were they married?
In Tennessee.
Oh, they married in Tennessee?
Yeah. I'll get a hold of the woman. I'll have her resend it to me again. I didn't even ask for it. But she was like, oh, no, they're really married. I don't care if they are or not. I mean, they're definitely common law married by now. They have 4 kids together, and they've been together over 10 years.
Right, and they're covering up a murder.
Well, let me ask you this, Brooks. Where did you hear this information about the 7 alibis?
Don himself. We believe everything he says.
Yeah. I mean, but where was it, on his channel or an interview?
No, I'll play it real quick. Hang on. This is him. This is him. Now don't be reaching out to him thinking you're going to marry him or anything. Because I keep saying the minute that, because it's really gonna.
Who you talking to? You talking to me?
Yeah, he's a real gentleman when he talks.
Well, honey, let me tell you somebody. If I was to get a white man, it wouldn't be that one.
It'd be me, right, Queen?
Yep.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Hey, listen, you know what's more important?
That ain't my type of white boy, let me tell you.
You know what? Hey, white boys can dance. But anyway.
Oh, my God, Kevin.
The one thing, listen, the one thing that you want to pay attention to in this video is Candace in the background.
Yep.
Okay, hang on, let me find it.
So what is this? Is this on somebody's channel, Miss Brooks?
Yeah, it's Doug's, and he doesn't care if we share his stuff. He's been on here before. Nice guy. So here, I'm going to play it real quick. Let me make sure.
Okay, I was wondering if it was on somebody else's platform. I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah, Doug's cool with it.
Yeah, he doesn't care. All right, so I'm going to play it. I'm going to move my microphone. I still can't believe StreamYard was like, hey, dumbass, just move your computer closer to your router box, and haven't had a problem all day. Knock on table, if you know what I mean. All right.
Well, I always hear that when you have problems with the computer, they always say it needs to be close to the router. Yeah.
Kevin, Muscles and Mascara said, I love Kevin. Don't be stealing him.
Oh, goodness.
Well, look, I can get him. I'm going to get him 2 days a week, and what y'all work out is on y'all time.
Y'all are making me blush.
I doubt that. All right, hang on.
Man, I already got one woman. I don't need another.
You're crazy.
7 alibis. 7 alibis. 7 alibis. 7 alibis. Candace, she's going down.
Oh.
Wait. Play that again. Slow that down.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn my volume down.
7 alibis. 7 alibis. 7 alibis. Candace ain't going down. She's going down. 7 alibis. 7 alibis. 7 alibis. Candace ain't going down. She's going down. 7 alibis. Candace ain't going down. She's going down. I have 7.
Okay, so
So
supposedly,
give me the context of this, please.
supposedly he was told that Starlink, because he kept saying Starlink is his friend or whatever. That's the GPS on the Subaru that pinged him in 7 different places throughout the day. Okay, whatever.
Okay. That don't mean nothing. What that mean?
So he's throwing that in her face, and instead of her saying, "You're going down too. You were here. You disposed of her. You came and got her. You saw everything." All the things that she could say, she's just like, "I know." And that,
But that doesn't mean anything that you were in 7 different places. That means nothing.
I don't even care about that. I don't care if he was in 27 places. I don't care if it was 700 places.
That doesn't mean
But
anything.
for her to agree with him,
I
saying,
hear what you're saying.
I know.
Well,
See,
she's a
I'm
mummy. She's a mummy,
See,
Brooke. She's a
But
mummy.
see, I'm listening to her. I'm listening to her.
I hear you.
We know how we talk to our spouses, how we talk to our partners. When someone comes at you, you have a defense, and your defense is never to cower down and say, "I know," unless you know. Unless you know.
Well,
So for her to
okay.
say, "I know."
What innocent parent needs to worry about an alibi?
Yeah, no shit. There you go, Big Eyes. That is a brilliant statement, in my opinion.
So
Read
that's
my
why
mind.
I was wondering what the conversation was for him to even say that. What was the conversation?
They were arguing. They were arguing. And of course, about Summer. I would love to know what they talk about behind closed doors.
No, that's what I said. I would love to. That's why I said that the walls could talk. Well, I forgot they ain't got no walls, but anyway, they ain't got no damn walls. But I would love to hear them talk about what happened, because I'm telling you, I'm betting you that place would blow up in smoke if we could hear what they talk about when nobody's around.
I'm gonna buy him. I'm gonna buy him a rug for their plywood floors so the dogs can lay on it.
I'm dead.
I can't even comment.
I'm going to ask the chat this, and I'm going to ask what Big Eyes. If someone told you, forget about the alibis. I don't care, okay? Because he's already said the whole time he was at work the whole day. Right. Fine. Why should you even be talking at all? You were at work. Okay, so chat, what Big Eyes, and then we're going to go to everyday shenanigans into Kevin. If someone tells you, "I've got 7 alibis, you have nothing, you don't have shit," whatever he said, would you just say, "I know," or would you defend yourself? And I understand we're not dealing with the brightest bulb in the tanning bed, but what would you do?
I'll be down. Not the tanning bed.
What's the chat saying?
They said they defend themselves. Just me said, "I don't need one. I don't need an alibi."
But see, that's the thing. Everybody's different. We ain't candy.
Defend myself.
Yeah, I would have said, "I don't need an alibi. Why do you need 7?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have defended myself.
I'd like to defend myself to the 9th degree.
I'd love to hear that whole conversation.
I damn sure wouldn't go, "I know, I know."
Well, then that makes us think that perhaps are we saying that he doesn't know anything? That he wasn't there?
I know, but then, the fight went on. But I mean, she's like, oh no.
You know why Don? Do you know why Don has 7 alibis and Candace doesn't have any?
Mm,
In my opinion, because
mm.
he's running the show.
Who's running the show?
Don is CYA, and Candace is just manipulated. I mean, they're both guilty in something, folks.
Yeah.
But the reason why it just tells me that who is controlling the show.
Yeah.
Don he's got the 7. Candace don't have any. But I would have said to him, oh, really? Yeah, but I agree. You would defend yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, you would. And like Crime Time said, Candace holds all the answers. If Candace was in her right capacity, she would have been like, oh, I've got alibis too. I was at the hippie house. I was swimming with Hunter. I bought him a twisted tea. I was at the doctor. Obviously, there's something that pings Don between 3 and 6 that he thinks clears him in his mind. Or she wouldn't have said, oh, no.
Well, everyday shenanigans made a point. It doesn't matter how many alibis he's had. Hell, I'm just theorizing. He could have drove around to the 7 alibis with Summer in the damn car already.
Right. So that's why it doesn't matter about me being 7 places. No. My thing is, what are the 7 places? Because ask yourself this. You're just telling yourself once again. If I tell people listen to what they're saying, if you're at work, why would you be 7 different places any damn way?
There you go.
And like I said, I guess I got off track. I don't care about his 7 alibis. I don't care about Don. I don't care about Don. I don't care about Don. For someone to come back and just cower down and say, I know. Or, oh, no, I know. What do we have here?
But that's what's been going on from day one, Brooks.
Why the hell wouldn't you? And we know that woman could kill a bear with her bare hands. We know
Look at her on that bench. You see her? That looks like a man sitting there.
We know she can fight. Like, she's not scared of him. She would tell him where the cow ate the cabbage. Right then, she would tell him. She would tell him where the cow ate the cabbage, not, oh, no, no.
Well, she's got legs like Marshawn Lynch.
I mean, I'm looking at her on that bench. I'm looking like, wait a minute, Tyson. She might want to fight Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
That's a solid gal. You heard? And the way she looked in that Chris Madonna video when she was walking around showing him the house, I said, man, that's a man. I'm sorry, but Candace is a straight up dude.
You know what? My
avatar,
this is in the very beginning, tells you that those folks there, they're not looking for an abductor in a car.
Hey, Ronnie messed it up when he said, I'm starting to wonder about the Toyota. That did it right there. Lord have mercy.
Well, and that's come out further. They're just thinking someone in that area might have witnessed something that day. He already said they could be a witness. And he said this person may not have a driver's license, be in legal trouble of their own or something like that. That's why they're not coming forward. They're not thinking that's the...
But how hard would it be to find that Toyota Tacoma in that area, Brooks? Come on, let's be serious.
Well, pickup trucks are pretty popular.
Well, my source tells me that it's nothing with the truck. I don't think it is.
I don't think it is either.
He said he knows that whose the truck it belongs to, and it has nothing to do with that little girl. Nothing to do with her.
Okay, now I know Big Eyes will probably will know, maybe. Where did the red truck story originate?
See, that's the point. That's the whole point of the story. Thank you, Kevin.
Who was it? It was Don. Don is the one that brought. So let's say strategy again. Why did TBI use that statement by Don? You know,
because that's all they have to go on. Remember, Earnhardt told you that. We don't have anything. So that's all they have to go on, what the parents said.
As long as they're looking for a red truck, they're not looking for Don and Candace.
Exactly. Well, I think by now they know where to look.
Yeah.
Well, if you look at the arrest affidavit, for example, for like Chad Daybell and Lori Vallow, they had to get warrants for all phones involved, and that was a lot of phones.
Yeah.
And they finally pinged it to basically to Chad's backyard. You can't go on a hunt.
That was
You
sad.
can't
When
say,
they
hey, I'm here, can I just look around? Can I just start digging in your yard?
Man, that was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, my heart sank.
It's gonna be, when they finally put it together, they're gonna realize where one of the three were.
But can you imagine this? When the evidence comes back with the pings, okay? If they have come back, I don't know. And they go to them and say, we've got you over here. Can you explain what you were doing? And this will probably be somewhere that's not mentioned in the original interviews. Can you imagine what the looks on their face would be?
Yep.
Let me say this.
The ping came over here. What were you doing over here?
Okay. There's no way that this is a perfect crime and they're going to get away with it 100%. Nowadays, a perfect crime, everything aligns, it's perfect, everything's covered up. No way. That is not going to happen in this case. I guarantee you. No way. There's no such thing as a perfect crime, in my opinion.
Well, if she's not alive, then where is she discarded?
Who knows? Finding her, this is my opinion, is that terrain, it's going to be like a needle in a haystack. And for some reason, in my opinion, Don and Candace are being so cocky because they know that she cannot be physically found.
Because you know we neighbor 2 states, and they in East Tennessee neighbors North Carolina and Virginia. And for Dr. Phil to say the timeline is off, that's why I know they didn't do anything. Dr. Phil, you've been to Tennessee. Your sister lives in Tennessee. The last I checked, a couple of years back, she lived here. So you're not making any damn sense. We neighbor 2 states close by, also Kentucky going north. So they're closer to North Carolina and Virginia. If they wanted to take the child far off, it's a rock's throw to go over, come back. You're just dumping a body and coming back. Yeah. You're not having tea or lunch.
Well, they didn't search past 15 miles.
Right. And Don went to get cigarettes, which is 16 miles. That still, today to me, that is a red flag. What if Don, I just saw, and the way this story's unfolding, why in the hell would he go that far? And then the search radius.
He's going somewhere where he's probably going to a store that he doesn't want, that he doesn't frequent. Think about it. Right. Everybody knows them around there.
I agree with yep.
Yeah, so let me go somewhere else and get my beer, cigarettes, drink. A store I don't frequent.
They have no shame. Think about that. They don't have any shame.
That's true.
It's the middle of the night. He was all worked up because Chris McDonough, which he knew was going to be on that show. He already knew he wasn't booby trapped. He knew. It just seemed kind of odd that he went that far away.
But that's just my theory, is because they know he's toe up, he's crunk. I'm not going to go where I normally go to get stuff. These people talk. That's just my theory. I went a little ways out. It could be anything, but when you're drunk, you really want to go far anyway. Think about it. You already know you're drunk.
That's a good theory. I'm serious.
You're drunk.
More than
not trying to go far and I'm drunk.
But it's just that the way this shit show's going, nothing would surprise me. Seriously, it wouldn't. They're so reckless.
It's like I was saying yesterday when I heard that, there was human remains found at the pond. I'm like, nothing. I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked. And it's almost like they were trying to pin it on their own neighbors with this rumor.
And the thing of it is Candace went along with it. So
she's going to go along with
really stooped to a new low.
Well, she's going to go along with it because, like she said, he's been running the show from the jump. Even if she's the one that's the culprit and he's just helped covering it up, she's succumbed to him. She's his puppet.
Yep.
How about this? If indeed it was an intentional murder and or cover up of an accident, do you think they've gone back to see if she's fully fully gone?
Well, it's been 5 months.
But I'm just saying, do you think he's gone back? Because Hagen has mentioned that before in my chat.
In my opinion, it would not surprise me.
Because people have been known to go back to where they dumped the body.
Oh, I have a feeling somebody there drives somewhere as often as they can, just in case the police are out there.
Drive by there.
Drive by there. They're not going to poke around.
Brooks, that's a hell of a risk on your phone. Come on now. You think they're still not pinging the new phones?
Yeah. They got to get warrants for that too.
That's okay, but guess what? I bet you they are.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen, everybody.
I won't be surprised if their phone is tapped.
Right. Everybody,
their phone and everything is tapped. Something's tapped at that house. Something, surveillance, something.
This is just my opinion. Stick with TBI, that they know what they're doing. Have faith in TBI. We have to. Because if we don't have any faith in law enforcement and they're not going to do nothing, nothing's ever going to happen. But in my opinion, TBI is watching every piece of this.
Yeah.
They're probably watching us right now.
Yeah. Well, I know they are.
Melody said, are you guys serious? Candace is not Don's puppet. Hey, by the way, thanks allegedly.
What?
Candace is not Don's puppet at all. I've heard her in those phone calls. Yeah, I agree. She can fight back. She can fight back.
But I think she picks and chooses when to play docile.
She's taking his cues.
Well, Melody.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. She picks and chooses when to speak up. Like she was in the other video the other night, and he kept trying to put his hand over her mouth and all that. She was telling him to stop. She picks and chooses when to voice herself.
Yep. Melody says she knows exactly how to punch his buttons. Oh, yeah, she does. Oh, absolutely, she does.
Listen, we've all been married, I think.
Yeah.
It's easy to push. After you've lived with somebody for so long, I know exactly what buttons to push for my wife if I want to.
Oh, I can call my husband right now and pick a fight for y'all to hear. It
Yeah,
won't take be like, what are you doing talking about my mom?
Please don't.
Today? Brooks, really?
I dare you.
You are live, baby. You are live.
You were fine 2 hours ago. Yeah, you know where to hit people if you really want to.
Right.
You know, listen, all you got this. If you go back to the very first interview, everybody, I'm not people that are new to the case. Go back and watch. We're going to do lives on it, right, Brooks?
Yeah.
The very first interview, and you even said it every day, shenanigans, that you will get your answers.
Yeah.
Well, they might as well have said Summer is dead in that interview.
Exactly.
I mean,
I heard an expert say the other day that they were working a case or a case was worked, and they adamantly, the people were saying, you know, we didn't do this, we didn't do this, we didn't do this. And the police followed their lead for months. It was like a long time until one day they woke up and said, these people have been lying to us, you know, about the person or whatever. And that's what I was starting to maybe think that's what was going on here. That perhaps that they believe the people, maybe, I don't know, because I'm not law enforcement. But I was thinking, could that be the case that maybe they believe them at some point or still believe them?
Well, I can tell you one thing, I'll bet. TBI knows where Don was that day. I'll bet on that.
Oh, yeah. Because I think a lot of cases have gone down because the law enforcement believed what the people were telling them about where they were and what they were doing.
Well, it could have been they believed them that first night or two. And then TBI was, you know, kind of looking at stuff. And that's when they came out and made that statement that they could not find any.
Yeah, she said that.
In my opinion, as soon as that cop got a call saying that on 110 Ben Hill Road, I guarantee you, all of a sudden his spidey senses kicked in because they know who the Wells are. No doubt about it. I'll bet you they thought, okay, what the hell is going on?
And what is their history there? That's an interesting point too. What is their history in the community? What has been going on with them in the community? That's a very valid point because your history can tell a lot, can spin the story as well.
Yeah. Well, there were a lot of calls before all of this.
Yeah.
Even before October for that assault thing. A lot of calls there.
So I wonder what the calls were about.
And I'll bet you within an hour or two, after searching, the immediate, they were saying no way. This,
Yeah.
I know that they did not believe this was an abduction 100%. Those cops,
Yeah.
no way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think they had a inkling, a hunch from the very beginning.
Okay.
It was them, because I look at other cases where it's a true abduction compared to this one.
Yes.
If you look at the case in South Carolina, little Faye Sweatlick,
Yeah.
and her mother explained what had happened that day. They put barriers up in that neighborhood. People
Oh yeah, it went up fast. Yes,
they were going door to door to door to door to door. Now they know if she killed her daughter, she wouldn't have put her in a neighbor's house. She'd be in that house. And if you look at other true abduction cases, they don't focus on the
And
parents.
that was brazen of him to take the little girl, because you've got door for door of apartments, townhouses. So you took a risk in luring her in or grabbing her hand, however he did it. That was risky.
Yep.
Because there's always somebody watching, and now people have those doorbell cameras. You risk kidnapping a kid, vandalizing a car, stealing a car, abducting a person now because of doorbell cameras.
Okay, and then look at this. Brooke, you know exactly what I'm going to say. What has Ronnie Lawson said about an abduction? What has law enforcement only said?
Well, even the FBI card unit said there's no sign of an abduction.
And everyone is still a suspect. Everyone is three
still.
people.
And I'm glad that was said, because that needed to be said, because we keep asking the same questions over and over. People are wondering, where the case is going. So the fact that they have not cleared Don and Candy, that should have told all them goofy ass people chasing in behind them and supporting them. Where the hell you been?
There you go, Queen.
They never cleared them. Never told you they were cleared. So the polygraph test don't mean nothing.
Right.
I don't even know why they would take a polygraph test. I don't know how the hell she would pass one. She's lied over and over and over and over.
But Brooks, that's the reason why she held off, and he used the excuse. She wasn't ready. She was upset. And blah, blah, blah. She didn't want to take it, like she didn't want to do Dr. Phil, like she didn't want to talk to WJHL. She ain't never wanted to talk to nobody. That's why I find it funny when they say they're cooperating. How?
That's a great point. What did Don say in the beginning? She was too distraught to take a lie detector.
Yes.
No. If your child was abducted, you want to clear your ass instantly.
You want it over with. You want it over with. And everybody knows that when there's a crime.
Southern Mama, hang on. The chat's going fast. Southern Mama, what'd you say? Because you had a bunch of red flags up. What happened? What'd you say? Because I missed it. The chat's going fast.
Sorry, honey.
No, you didn't do anything wrong.
What happened?
She just said nothing.
What happened?
Oh, people are saying that she wants to say something, and she just said, I give up now. So, put your comment back up. She said, go back up and read my post. Honey, there's so many posts. You're going to have to repost it. And I'm going to keep my eye right on here.
Okay, well.
Or you can grab the link.
And our viewers, let's just start addressing comments.
Oh, I do that. I stop all the time.
I know.
If I happen to see where somebody, they don't want to come on panel or anything, I just put the link up if you want to come up. Okay.
Yeah, we want all of it.
Said, I hear you and I agree. No, chat's the most important part of this, besides Summer or whatever case we're talking about.
Yep.
It's not about what we think or what we're talking about.
Because we've been doing this for over 5 months.
No, the people in here definitely take precedence over my big mouth.
It's very exhausting.
And I love opinions.
And I feel bad. And I feel bad when I miss a comment that somebody wants me to see.
Yeah, because we want your opinions and your theories. That's what this is all about. And a little girl. We don't know everything.
Okay, let's talk about this, because this kind of pissed me off the other day. What are you all telling the public you didn't want that Brian Eaton to come to the area? Excuse me?
Yeah, no
Right.
shit.
It wasn't them. It was someone else.
Who's the someone else?
Well, because Don talked to the guy. He had him on the property.
Okay, but who are the
Following
people that
around
didn't
and
want
stuff like
him
that.
coming snooping around? Who are those people?
That was another creator.
Yeah, but Don sure did dodge a question about the friends of Candace, didn't
Wait,
he?
say that again. Wait, go back. Brooks, what? I don't understand what you're saying. A creator didn't want the Brian Eaton to come. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
What does this creator have to do with Robertsville?
That I don't know.
You don't live there. It's not your child. You don't run nothing in Robertsville. So I'm gonna say it again. Come again.
Yeah, it was another creator who's become really good friends, and no, it's not Cher.
Okay, okay, you can stop talking now.
Yeah,
You
and
got it, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is this person? What is your stake in every random story to act like you know people when you don't?
And the thing of it
I
is,
don't get it.
Don did that interview
You
with him.
can't run YouTube. You can't run social media. You can't run Rogersville. You can't run Dallas, Texas. Who are you?
Thing of it is Don did that interview with Brian, but what happened when it came down to the most important question in the whole interview? Don dodged it about Candace because he questioned Don about Candace's
Damn
friend.
cocky as hell. You just want them to only talk to you like you're, Walter Cronkite or somebody you're not. Sorry, buddy.
Real
You're not
quick,
making $2.5 million a year working for the National News Syndicate.
guys, I'm not ignoring any comments. If there's something you want me to see, put it in private chat. It'll bing at me, and I'll open it.
Just grab the link, people. We want to hear it.
I've never seen anything like it.
We want to hear it.
The arrogance is just baffling to me. Just walking around like your shit don't stink. Excuse my language, and like somebody's supposed to bow to you because you're on YouTube. You could give a dog a channel if you wanted to.
Yeah, dogs have channels.
Damn.
People have whole channels doing nothing.
Don thinks he's a rock star.
Yeah. And to threaten someone and tell them not to go to another state when they are an actual journalist, not someone just talking.
That's what I'm saying. That's crazy as hell. Man, this guy, his attitude, man, I'm telling you, that's why I keep telling you about these people. Man, I'm telling you, somebody's going to bring the bang one day, and it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. Because as you see, some YouTubers have been having some really nasty accidents if you've been watching social media. Just saying.
Sorry, I had to open my door. The UPS guy was here.
Nasty. One TikToker's locked up for killing his wife and her lover. Just saying.
Oh, they get a little too involved. You know what I mean?
Running that mouth. You're going to have a real nasty accident, and then you'll be a YouTube story.
Let's ask us this question. Why are Don and Candace so cocky?
That's what I want to know.
Okay,
Because I'd be shitting my britches, especially when I heard that the FBI was involved.
I'm wondering what y'all think in chat thinks. Why is Don and Candace being so carefree and cocky?
Because they said, Don kept saying, you got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You got nothing. Well,
But that's what guilty people say. Have you ever watched it with First 48 when they're interrogating people?
exactly.
And they say you ain't got nothing? That's not a decent response to being interrogated about a crime. Why would you say we've got nothing? Because that makes no sense to even say that.
That's a good
You're
comment.
not involved.
Okay, there it is. Rose Meyer.
Yeah, let's read that comment, Brooks. Hello, Brooks. Guess what? We lost Brooks.
No, I'm right here.
Oh.
Rose Meyer, Grandis's friend from Wisconsin, came down 2 days after Summer went missing, stayed 1 day, and left. And Grandis left a few weeks later and went to Wisconsin. And there is a red flag. She also went to Illinois. Yeah. Grandis's behavior.
Yeah, she had to go to the emergency room because her leg hurt so bad.
Well, the whole alibi is around her.
The boys were kicking it. I'd like to kick her leg. But anyway, the boys were kicking it. But yet, she can drive. Wait a minute. She can drive her ass all the way back to Wisconsin. Okay.
And that's a nice ride, too.
To go support her child molester brother.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's not forget, Grandis' brother was convicted of violent sex crimes against kids and then put in a damn halfway house. Now he's back in jail again because he's in a park watching kids.
Yeah, that
Man,
sicks me out.
that's sick. That's sick right there. Yeah, that's bad. That means you can't be reformed. And they say that experts have said these behaviors of sexual sadists, they cannot be cured.
So what my point is, look at both sides of this damn family. They are nothing but, I mean, these people are disturbing.
Okay, Amazing G has a comment for Kevin. Kevin, in my opinion, they're cocky because they know where Summer is and she won't be found.
Bingo! I've been saying that for a long time now. They are so they are so cocky that they know Summer cannot physically be found. But they're going to forget one thing. I don't think they need Summer for a smoking gun in this case. That's my opinion.
Some cases it's true. They have brought forth an indictment without a body.
Let's don't forget one big important clue. The boys have talked. And I'll lay money.
Amen. Thank you for saying that. Yes.
One of the three boys has spilled the beans.
What have they said? Exactly. What have the boys told? That's the ultimate question of the storyline. What have the children told law officials about their parents in June 15th?
I guarantee you one of them
Guaranteed.
And
You know what would be messed up? If they told, we didn't see her all day. We didn't see her since that morning. Or hell, what if they go back and say, we didn't see her none that day?
That's very well possible.
Don was saying on one of the channels that he, when they had visitation with the kids, he had to whisper to talk about Summer. See, they're not supposed to talk about Summer to the kids.
Right.
No, because they're planting things in their head.
And what does Don say? Oh, the law enforcement won't let me talk to my own boys. Well, hell no, they're not going to let them talk. You're freaking involved in a cover-up of a murder.
Well, I wonder when do they visit? How many visits are they allowed to have with the children in a week or month?
Oh God, nobody knows, and hopefully no one tells us because I can't stand being around them. But now, what were you saying? What, Big Eyes?
Well, he admitted that he had been doing that. He was going against the gag order.
That shows you how ignorant.
He was going against that, trying to talk to the boys about some. So ignorant. What was his point?
Yeah. Why did Candace?
Why are you telling that? But why are you telling that when you've been ordered to be quiet?
But not only that, why did Candace have to talk to Hunter so bad the next day? Why?
Because I don't want you to tell anything that we were doing.
There you go.
Or what I did to you, or vice versa.
Exactly.
Why would law enforcement let those two animals talk to their kids? They've already lost all their kids. Candace has never had a kid that hasn't been.
I really don't think they should have any visitations, quite frankly.
Hell no.
It's not law enforcement. They have nothing to do with it. It's CPS, and they will let them visit with their children. But they gave ground rules saying do not talk to them about Summer, and he already broke it. Okay, Ray Chuno says, just saying, y'all, that septic tank theory needs to be looked at. My boyfriend used to clean septic tanks. The chemicals, okay. Wow.
Well, they just found a black man in one not too long ago. His boss shot him and left him down there, and the homeowner or the business, whoever lived there, owned the business, came back and told him, one left. Two came, but only one left out. It's got it on camera.
Wow.
Yeah, that comment was good about the chemicals eating the toys and stuff.
Killed his black employee, shot him and left him down in the septic tank.
But my opinion is, when you find Summer, you're going to find warm clothes on her, a tracksuit.
Well, that's probably all.
You're going to find a tracksuit somewhere. Crime and Justice says, why was Don sneaking around talking to his oldest son about Summer? Because he's the one he keeps his oldest son the closest to him. He took him to Utah with him.
Yep.
He was the one on camera with him squeezing his shoulder, and he's the one that he's trying to talk to about Summer. He's the one he's closest with. I feel very sorry for him.
Yeah, I do too. I feel sorry for him.
He can make him continue what he has been taught to keep secret, and what secrets to keep.
Yeah. In my opinion, Don keeps his closest, oldest son right next to his side so he can make sure that he doesn't say a damn thing.
But you know, when children get comfortable, they will talk.
Yes, they will. They're kids.
And those kids have been gone a long enough time to be very comfortable.
Yep.
I don't know about that. If you've had so much trauma and you've been keeping secrets all that time, it's going to take a lot of therapy, because what they know is normal to them. So when a child psychologist is asking them about different, like, weird things they saw throughout the day, their whole damn life has been weird. They can't pick out anything. Right. It's going to take a lot of conversations, and it's tedious, and they have to be extremely careful and kind to get out what they need.
But you know, there's always one in a group that's going to talk. That's anybody. I don't know who you are. There's always one that will talk.
I guarantee you, the youngest one is
that one has talked. One of them has told something.
Sure, they have. I mean, maybe I'm totally wrong, but
because everybody can't hold a secret.
That one of those kids have talked.
Oh, I believe that. I do. I believe one of them has said something, and it could have been just in passing. It could have been, you know, washing a dish or emptying the trash, or just holding a basic conversation and slip something out that was striking to an adult. You understand what I'm saying?
And Brooks, what did we say yesterday? What did we say yesterday? We were talking about a comment could be made by somebody or those boys. Wait a minute. That doesn't mean shit to us, but it's a huge puzzle piece for TBI.
Yes.
Yeah, the needle in the haystack. It could be the simplest thing.
And you know they've talked to them separately, so that's where you get your information. That's why you never put people in the same room with each other, because people look at the other one to make sure, hey, don't say nothing. You give them that look, that eye. They've separated those kids, and I'm telling you, one of those kids have told them a lot of stuff.
Yep. A Southern mama said the middle one will talk. Watch and see. Well, if you subscribe to the birth order book, you would know the middle one is usually the one.
Really?
And I guarantee you, those boys seen a lot of disturbing. Look how these parents act. Can you imagine what those?
That's funny, because I'm thinking of a middle child right now, and they are the mouth of the family.
Can you imagine what those boys have seen?
Can't hold water for nothing.
Can you imagine what those boys have seen behind closed doors?
Yeah. What we're seeing right now is what they've seen, and that's what's so baffling about this story. Is that all this BS, this YouTube sensation, everybody chasing them like they're rock stars. This is what those children saw every day: drunken parents on drugs.
There you go.
Cussing, name calling. Can you imagine growing up with people like this? That's why I'm glad they're not there, because imagine these people as adults. They would be acting possibly the same damn way.
Yep. You are right.
And somebody would be judging them. Like, hell, who raised you?
Cassie said, was it true Ellie was at the Wells property yesterday? Nope. It was all a rumor. It was another hoax.
By Humpty Dumpty Mandis.
Stop. I can't.
It was a canard.
Melissa said, what do you think the chances are they had Summer cremated? Well, that would take money and connections, and I know who you're thinking of. I just think by now that's just my opinion.
Yeah, he is strange. I mean, you got a mortician with jailhouse tattoos that plays the flute for Summer every night. Yeah, that is quite weird. But I don't think that man had anything. And I guarantee
somebody would have seen the body in the place where you do the crematorium. It's always a witness to something.
Yeah. TBI has already talked to him and Jackie Dobbs. I guarantee you.
I think they have shook them up one side and down the other.
What did Chris McDonough say about Jackie Dobbs? in my opinion, this is a quote from, I'm pretty sure that this is that Jackie Dobbs has been shook upside down and sideways by TBI.
Yep.
Yeah, anybody that's been anywhere affiliated with that family, the properties,
Yeah.
any type of discord with as far as property lines, arguing over property, they're gonna go through anything affiliated with the Wells.
And
Coming
so
and
how
going.
much time does that take?
Coming and
A
going.
lot of time. They have a lot. Look at what we know after 5 months. Think of how much TBI has to decipher.
Oh yeah, and that's the scary part. What is it that we don't know about them? Because like I tell people, this little bit of stuff that you're hearing is probably nothing compared to what was really going on with the Wells before Summer went missing.
And that's why, Brooks, when you say it's going to blow our minds, you are, in my opinion, you
No
are
telling what these people
100%
been doing,
correct.
who they've been talking to. Hell, Don, who's some of Don's friends? You want to throw Candy under the bus about her friends being involved? Well, who are your buddies?
Well, and my thing is, they're not looking at just June 15th. They're going way back.
Of course, of course.
Something went very, very wrong in this family.
Exactly.
I mean, look at what Don did in Utah. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many years has Don been doing his thing? And I said it on the very first live, and I didn't even know about these people. I told Brooks, I said, there's skeletons in Don's closet. And I said that over 5 months ago.
Yeah, that closet was so full. They opened the door and it just keeps coming out. Just
You're right. Yeah, those assholes have a U-Haul of skeletons.
Yeah.
Because when I found out about Candace having 2 older children that were raised in Wisconsin, abused in foster care, ran away, got adopted, tried to find her later. She didn't care, the whole 9 yards. I was like, that's a final nail in the coffin for me. Because she is an abusive mother. Abusive woman.
And one of them has permanent brain damage from a bat. I'm not saying Candace did it, but it happened on her watch.
Look what else happened on Candace's watch.
But why even have children after that? Why you just can't take birth control? Why can't you say, you know what, this isn't for me? I was young, I made mistakes. Why would you then still go hook up with an older man and have kids? I don't understand her. I don't understand none of these women that do this.
Law enforcement need to take her ovaries.
Okay.
I don't think
there's not a lot of surgeons at the Hawkins County Jail, but you get a call real quick.
Brooks, stop it.
Like, I don't believe there's 7 detectives around there yesterday. I should have put that together yesterday.
I can be a real mean ass. I just believe in old ways of getting of hurting people. Just push her ass down the flight of stairs. Just push her down the flight of stairs. They got some stairs in that house. Just push her down them.
Yeah,
push
no
her down
shit,
them.
huh?
Yeah.
But just look, I mean, and I'm going to say it again. This is the last time I'm going to say it. Go back to the first interview. That's all you got to do, folks. And they will tell you that this little girl is not alive as well.
I sure hope she burned that damn blue wife beater. That wife beater is hell. No brassiere. I mean, damn. Come on, lady.
Yeah, like wet socks with sand in them.
Stop it.
Oh, God.
Kevin, are you drinking R&R whiskey right now?
Yeah.
I can't.
I'm not, you know what?
I mean, wait a minute. Brooks, them some meat bazookas. You hear me?
If you stick with this case, you need a sedative.
Them some, look, as we'll say here, them some big guns. You hear me? Damn.
Oh, man.
I mean, them some bazookas. Shut your mouth, Sam.
The side boob is what I can't get over.
Ooh, baby. Well, if you would find a brassiere, if you're going to wear tank tops, put on you another stretch tank top or bra under there. That blue torn up wife beater, I was just like, how many pictures am I going to keep seeing this damn wife beater and that red hoodie? She had that on in that video from the 30th, October 30th. Burn it. Burn both of them.
Needs a damn jacket.
You know what?
But anyway, Yeah,
Okay.
where's the real Candace? Go back. Listen, all you got to do is look at her now with her new teeth, probably wearing her Mom Patrol shirt. Go back and look at the real Candace in the red hoodie. Brooke,
Got
the
her
picture
feather.
of her.
She
Brooke,
thinks she's cute now,
you
honey.
have that picture of her with the red hoodie on with the ashes.
Oh, honey, I read your mind. I was already getting it ready. I was actually going to surprise you with it.
Thank
This
you.
is what Kevin takes to the bathroom.
There you go. There's Candace.
She's purty.
That's
This is
the real Humpty Dumpty.
Kevin's screensaver.
That's the real Humpty Dumpty right there. I mean, that is so pathetic.
That is just.
Now, this
No
woman
words.
has lost every
No
kid
words.
she ever had. Look at her. Does she deserve kids? In my opinion, no. Kids are a gift from God. They don't piss Jesus off, in my opinion.
Well, don't get upset, honey. Don't get upset. Because God's going to work this out. It may not be on our time, but he's always
right.
on time.
I agree with that 100%. But look at this. This, if you go back, it was the real Candace before social media really blew up.
And in church, that's when people were coming to me when that girl, whoever's digging up all them damn pictures and putting them on YouTube. And I was just thinking, man, you all are just all up in the church business. I mean, it kind of bothered me because it is church, you know what I'm saying? And then people were like, oh, that's her. At first, I didn't want to believe it. But I tell people, I don't run with everything that's said. So I said, no, this is one of the boys
I
sleep
want
in
to
church.
answer Ruby Slippers. That was Jackie Dobbs. He was thought about purchasing the property next to the wells. Evidently, him and Don got the hell out of Dodge. And I don't blame him. That man was questioned by the FBI, and I know this for when he was at the hotel room after he left. He stayed at a hotel. This man has been questioned.
I wish you take that picture off of your name.
I'm just saying, Jackie Dobbs was thought about because he was there with his dog Elvis, and if you go way back, you can find all this out. But yeah, he got the hell out. He said, "Hell with this, I'm out of here."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he lives in Georgia now. He's been questioned. I think they've all been questioned, except for our favorite friends. I mean, the main characters.
Well, who the hell would want to live next to the wells?
Mm-hmm. Nope, you're right. Can someone take that picture of Candace asleep in the yard with the red hoodie on and put a squirrel on it and email it to me?
You know what you see.
Yeah, I can.
Mm-hmm.
You are horrible.
But
Horrible.
that just goes to show you, let's forget about, dissing her and all that. That just goes to show you what kind of behavior these parents have.
Beforehand.
They're not responsible enough to raise kids.
Yeah, they're not. And they're not.
No, and I'm saying right here, we're not coming on here all the time just to bash these two.
Not at all.
We don't know them. We're not in their community.
No.
We don't live across the street from them.
No, we don't.
No, we don't. We're talking about summer wells.
And this is what they're giving us.
In this society vanishes, everyone needs to be aware. Okay?
Yes.
And you got to expose these parents' behavior.
Well, this is what they gave us. This is what people always need to remember. This is what they gave us. Nobody went looking for them. Nobody knew them. So
right.
whatever we're talking about is what you gave us.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's making this up about your behavior. You gave us this. You're giving us, present tense. You're giving us this material to talk about.
All we're doing is dissecting what they're giving us the best way we can. And some of it is total common sense. Some of it's theories. Some of it were right. A lot of it were probably wrong on the theory. Who knows? But by exposing these parents for who they truly are, that is helping find summer, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I pray it works.
You're right. Candace does have a very, very violent past, very violent attitude. She is a very violent person, and she is the primary caregiver. I use that word loosely for Summer, and was with her all day. I mean, that's how it is. But I'm going to start winding this down, guys. I'm so glad that StreamYard fixed this issue. And we all got to visit today, and we put this crazy rumor behind us. Nope, no human remains, no law enforcement on the Wells property. Nothing.
I Googled before you were live. Ain't see nothing.
Brooks, that was awesome today with StreamYard. No
Yes.
interruption.
I know. Well, it was a very simple solution, and I feel like a real idiot now. But okay. We learn every day, right? Every day we go to school, right? Whether we're in a classroom or we're just paying attention. Hey, we had a bunch of new people in here today. Hit that sub button, get reminded. If you want to come and chit chat in between shows, send me an email and we'll get you a link. Guys, check out our friend Everyday Shenanigans. She has a great channel. Check out What Big Eyes. Check out her channel. She had a great video yesterday for summer. That's what it's about. It's not about these buffoons. It's about summer.
Yeah, and I want to thank everybody, all the new people. Cool.
Perfect.
Stick with it, and make sure to tune in and watch the breakdown of the very first interview. I think you're going to be surprised.
Yep, because we're going to get back to basics as soon as we can, because you just never know what barb they're going to throw our way. By the way, mods, thank you. I know it gets crazy some days, and our mods are always fair, and they're not disrespectful, and we all get along. We have a great community. Best chat on YouTube. You guys, we will see you tomorrow. Okay?
Bye, y'all.
Bye,
Okay,
everybody.
bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye, Angela.
Bye, honey.